So, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe der Klemmbaustein-Lyrik. Und wie man hier schon im Hintergrund sieht, sieht man mich erstmal. Und das hat damit zu tun, dass ich ein Interview führe. Und zwar mit Jason Allemann. Den kennt man definitiv, wenn man im Internet unterwegs ist, was Lego angeht. Er ist in Kanada, deswegen sind wir jetzt sozusagen internetmäßig miteinander verbunden. Und er hat ein ganz besonderes Set gemacht. Und darüber werde ich mich jetzt ein wenig unterhalten mit ihm. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, very nice of you to talk to me, because you are, I think, very famous also for Lego, adult fans of Lego in Germany, because of your YouTube channel, and also because you made a very special set, the Maze, which is now in the shops since beginning of April. First of all, what was your involvement in Lego? When started your, being a fan of Lego?
Well, like most kids, I had a lot of Lego when I was growing up. So ever since I was a child, I really loved Lego. We actually didn't have a lot of it, but I really enjoyed the classic Technic sets and the classic space sets in the late 70s and early 80s. So I think I played with Lego pretty much all throughout my childhood. And then, you know, as I went to university and started a full-time job, I probably didn't play so much with it anymore, but about, I guess, I don't know, 17 years ago in 1999, when Lego released the Star Wars licensed sets, and also released the first generation of the Mindstorms robotic invention system, it kind of really brought me back into building with Lego. And since then, I've pretty much been doing it. I mean, maybe not all the time, but there's been a few years where I haven't been building as much. But certainly lately, in the last 5 years, I've been building quite a bit with it.
So it's only building your own now, or do you also buy sets? I see in the background there's this Ninjago temple. That's right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good eye you've got there. Mostly
I buy also sets now.
Yeah, I do buy some sets now, but mostly I just build my own models. And if I really like a set, like the Ninjago set is quite nice, although I haven't even built it yet. So I don't have too much time.
Nice. I have it also in my background. You can't see it now, but I think it's you can also forget about Ninjago. It's also really a nice set, but it's a different topic. You started with your YouTube channel in 2007.
Yeah. Actually, I started the YouTube channel in 2007, but I really didn't post any Lego videos on it until 2012. So really, 2012 is when I started posting. And actually, the maze, my original model for the maze, was the first Lego video I actually posted on it.
What is the most popular video?
It's just the second most popular. The most popular one is the black box.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's like a black box that turns itself off when I flick the switch? That's definitely the most popular one.
I think it's around 7 million people have watched it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 7, almost 8 maybe now. I don't know, but
it's also very nice. It's also, and very funny.
Yes, thanks. It was,
I think there's also building instructions about how to make it on your own, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. The inside of it, the core model is built using the Mindstorms EV3 kit. And so you can build the entire inside. The robot you can build just using the EV3 kit. And I also have instructions for building the box, which is mostly just basic brick.
But you are now, I think, very famous, and also you can see it in the building instructions now of the Maze model, that you are, had success with your idea set Maze, which is in German Labyrinth. And when you got this idea of making this kind of model? Because I think a lot of people in our age, and we realize we are from the same, we are old as the other one, is that I think we know it from wood, isn't it? This kind of maze.
Yeah. Originally, it's called a labyrinth. Yeah, the original wooden maze toy. but that's not really why I started building it. About, I guess, like 5 years ago, I built the maze, in 2012. So it actually all started when a friend of mine, Deborah Higdon, she's also a fall, and she builds a lot of cool stuff. She mostly builds houses and furniture, but she posted a picture on her Flickr of a bedroom set, a minifig bedroom set, which had some bookshelves. And the bookshelves were built using panel pieces on their sides. And when I first saw that picture, it reminded me of mazes just because of how the compartments of the bookshelves looked. So I just immediately went to my drawer full of Lego panel pieces and I started building these small little mazes. And over the next 3 or 4 weeks, I just started building bigger mazes and just handheld mazes you could run a Lego ball through, and eventually it evolved into like this finished labyrinth style controllable maze.
What was the most the most difficult part?
It's definitely the control system, because as you know, if you've built any Technic models, if you use gears, there's a lot of play, a lot of slop in the gear system. So getting the control system to work very accurately was definitely the biggest challenge. So I tried a few different things and eventually went with the same system that they have in the final set, just using some control arms to tilt the playing surface.
So it's for you also not a problem till now to when you use the original labyrinth or the maze to go through it without falling in the holes. It's for you are
well,
trained, or do you have also difficulties now? I haven't. For me, it was not possible till now to go really through the whole maze. The other one, the second part, or there it's two kinds of mazes, and the second one with the buildings and so on, I think that's much more easy or much easier. But the original one, it was, for me, it was difficult.
The original one is hard. When I first built it myself in my original model, it probably took me 2 or 3 hours spread out over a couple days before I first got the ball through it successfully. But now, because I've played with it so much, I still don't get it every time I try, but I probably like 10% of the time I can get to the end without falling in the hole.
Wow.
So practice. The more you practice, the better you get.
That's not, okay. For me, it's I know I have more to practice, but I think a little bit of disappointment of my wife was when we are building this set that they are not really holes, but only parts where the ball stops, but not really holes. And there's also written, I think, in the manual that you tried holes, but that you got difficulties and you changed your plan. Why?
The biggest problem is just the mazes become very heavy because you have to put these like crisscrossing layers of very small plates to get it to be strong enough to hold together. So one problem is the mazes become very heavy. And then the other problem is getting the ball out, because there's all this Technic parts in the base. There's no easy way for the ball to roll out to one corner like in the original model. So you would have to take the maze off every time and go get the ball from underneath, which would be very like frustrating and time consuming. It also just makes, like I said, the construction of the maze is much more simpler now without the holes. So it's very easy. It only requires like 20 plates or something to build the substructure, and then you can just tile it. So it's much more feasible and just much easier to build and rebuild mazes.
What was the changes then Lego made? I think the normal procedure is, as I told, I think also my audience, that the ideas you said, you put your idea in this on this website. You got 10,000 supporters, and then they decided, yes, it's possible. And I think then started also a procedure of trying to change the model in more or less something that's fitting more or less in a box. So what Lego changed?
They didn't change a lot, for sure. The core control system is the same, and the look of the model is the same. But they did do quite a few improvements to the strength and the structure of the model. They reinforced a lot of the points where the control system is anchored to the frame are very much reinforced with Technic beams, so it doesn't fall apart. In my original model, I had it on display a few times for kids to try it out, and it would always fall apart in like 5 minutes of play. So they definitely made some much needed improvements. They also simplified kind of the way the ball container is and the locking mechanism works. And I think I really like the way they did it. It's very streamlined, and it also makes it use less parts, which probably saves manufacturing costs as well. And they made a few minor changes just with how the mazes are built, but overall it's very similar to my original model.
Mm-hmm. How was the working together? So you are in Canada. I think most designers of Lego are in Billund in Denmark. Have you been in Denmark because of this, or
no,
is this all done over the internet?
Yeah, everything was just discussed over Skype, basically. I did end up going to the north headquarters in Enfield, Connecticut, just to shoot a little video at some point, but yeah, not for any like the design process or anything.
So you haven't been in Billund till now?
No, I've never been there.
You have also on your website, I think, a little video about the comparison about the old model or your original model and the new one. So, as I understand, you are satisfied with the changes.
Oh yes, yeah, I'm actually quite happy with what they did. And it all makes sense to me how they, they obviously have to meet their own criteria for the strength and even just manufacturing whatever and the current parts that are available. So it all makes sense, and I was really happy with the result.
Are you also involved now in making new mazes? I've seen also on your videotape, on your YouTube channel, there's a motorized mini golf maze now. Are you involved in new ones, or is the topic maze now over for you?
I built a few more, and I built some extra mazes that you can build with the pieces of the set as well. I'm not currently building any new ones right now. But I'll probably go back. I am taking a little bit of a break because over the last month, I've been doing a lot of maze related things. So, but I figure maybe like once every couple months or once a month, I might build a new maze just to show people what's possible as well and see what else I can come up with.
I think you had also I think the English term is autographs or signing session in Toronto.
Yes.
Yes. Were a lot of people there, or do the people know you? I think when I see on your channel, it's about what's the actual, I think 164,000 people are subscribers and nearly 28 million calls of your tapes. Do the people know you in Canada?
Yeah, for sure. It was the signing event was it was crazy because I've never had to sign autographs before. But there were quite a few people there, and a lot of people knew who I was and were fans of the videos I make. So that was really cool to get to meet them, and I assume they enjoyed meeting me too in real life. But yeah, so it was very fun experience. They actually sold out of all the Lego sets or the maze sets that they had at the store. So there were a few people at the end who didn't even get to buy a maze, which was a shame, but I guess it's good that people like the model and like the set.
Are there, I think perhaps Lego know you, yes. And you have a lot of very nice models on your YouTube channel and on your website. And when I would be Lego, I would try to get you more involved than only ideas projects. But for example, the array, this Earth, Moon, and Sun model is great. I want to have this also on my shelf, or the heart, the clockwork heart, and so on and so on. Is there something happening in the future?
For those, no. I do get a lot of requests for like adding the orrery to Lego ideas as well, which I might do, because a lot of people seem to really enjoy that model. But Lego has never contacted me about producing any of the models. So, but who knows? I guess ideas, I'll just have to add them to ideas if I want them to have a chance of being produced still.
But when they call you, you would be interested?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I would ever work as a designer I'd have to move to Billund, for example, and I don't know if that would ever happen, but I would talk to them, I guess.
You have the sea and so on, but I think it's not Canada. You are right. Yeah. But we have a similar privacy protection like in Canada, but that's a different topic. You have also now one idea project is I think reached the 10,000. It's a particle accelerator, which is also very, very nice and nice idea. And also your video is very funny with destroying all around. And what's now the next steps there?
So that won't start being reviewed until the summer, I think. So right now it's just waiting until the process, which should start. I don't know when exactly it starts. I don't know, in a couple months maybe. So right now I don't know anything about it, and probably won't find out anything about it for 6 months or so. But
why a particle accelerator? Why you had this idea? Because you're in informatics, not in physics.
No. I'm an engineer, so it actually was kind of a joke project. Because I make some, other interesting models. My girlfriend and I were just joking about what kind of ridiculous, unbelievable projects could be made with Lego, and we were always joking that we could build a particle accelerator out of Lego. But and then I just started thinking about it more and more, and I was like, well, I guess it is possible to build a small model that kind of behaves like a particle accelerator. So that's how it all started. It's pretty funny,
but your girlfriend is also a fan of Lego, or how is the relationship?
Yeah, she's not as big a fan as I am, but she builds models as well. Not as often, but and even some of the videos on my channel are her models that I'm just showing. She's actually a very talented builder too.
So she's tolerating. Or do you have a lot of Lego in your flat, or is it only one room like the one we see now in the background?
Yeah, it is. Before she moved in with me, Lego was everywhere in my house, but now it's all in this room.
Okay. Because she wishes. I think I have the same problem with my wife.
When I lived alone, my house was a mess. So as you may imagine, it's much nicer now.
Where you get your earnings? What's I think you get some money from your YouTube channel, but what's you doing the whole day?
I write computer software. So I used to work for a company, Corel, writing desktop software for Windows. Now I just do contracts every once in a while, just whenever they come up. It's not full time.
So a lot of time to make new models.
Yeah. So right now I usually have enough time to play, which is fun.
What's the next project? Can you tell something? I've seen also, I don't know, Facebook or somewhere, first part of your new project, but it's perhaps a secret.
It is kind of secret, but I can show you a little bit. I can't really tell you what it is for, but there's some moving bits on it.
Okay.
This is actually part of Crystal's latest my girlfriend's latest model. But
okay.
I mean, I also have some other things on the go. I'm building this wheel, which will be motorized, so it'll roll on its own. Yeah, I don't know how exciting it's going to be, but I'm always playing with just different things just to see what's possible.
So one question about JK Brickworks is your website and also your channel. What's the K?
So the K is for Crystal, who is my partner. So yeah.
Okay. And do you have also plans to buy sets, or there's nothing you have in mind to buy something? You do?
Yeah, right now actually I don't think there's a lot that I'm super interested in. I can't think of anything. Usually I just, whenever there's double VIP points on Shop at Home, I might go and buy something cool.
Okay.
But I mostly buy for parts now. So
what's your favorite set of the sets you've bought? It's only Star Wars, or on the side of Brickworks?
Yeah, actually I think one of my favorite sets that I can remember recently is in like 2011. There was like a Village Mill raid set or something. It had little goats in it and like farm animals, and it was very nice. I really, really liked that set. I thought it was amazing. I also like Star Wars sets too. I still have one of the only sets I still have built is the UCS X-Wing from like 1999, which is still on a shelf put together in my living room.
And do you have still also all the models you presented in your videos, or do you destruct them?
No, I don't have space. I usually keep models around for like a couple of years, and then I take them apart. So anything that's recent, anything I recently posted in a video is still together, but many of the old models I've taken apart.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for this interesting interview. And yeah, we have to go to bed soon, and perhaps you have the rest of the day. So greetings to Canada. Thank you very, very much. And we will look what will be next on your channel. When will come the next video?
Maybe in a week or two. Okay. I don't know. Probably a couple weeks, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me. It was great talking to you.
Thank you very much also.